The challenge. The sun rose over the whispering valley, painting the fields gold and orange. Birds chirped, and the morning breeze carried whispers of excitement. News had spread through every corner of the forest. The king of the jungle, Leo the lion, had announced the great race. Every animal was invited. The winner would earn the title, the swiftest of the land, and a crown made of shining forest gems. From the smallest mouse to the tallest giraffe, everyone dreamed of victory. Some joined for the glory, others for fun, but all shared one thing: excitement. The contestants, as the sun climbed higher, the racers gathered at the starting line beside the Crystal River. There was Ralph the rabbit, quick and confident; Tara the turtle, slow but steady; Zane the zebra, strong and graceful; Milo the monkey, clever and playful; Ellie the elephant, powerful and determined; Cora the cheetah, the fastest creature known in the jungle. Crowds of animals gathered to cheer, waving leaves and chanting names. Leo raised his paw and roared, "Racers, are you ready?" They all nodded. The race of a lifetime was about to begin. The start. On your marks, get set, go! The ground shook as the animals took off. Dust filled the air. Cora the cheetah sprinted ahead, leaving a golden blur behind her. Ralph the rabbit hopped close behind, zigzagging between bushes. Zane the zebra galloped with rhythm and power. Milo the monkey swung from branch to branch, laughing as he moved. Ellie's heavy steps thundered, and Tara the turtle, well, she took her first careful step. "Don't worry, Tara," shouted a parrot from above. "It's a long race." The first challenge, the rocky path. Soon the racers reached a steep rocky path. Cora and Ralph tried to run across, but the stones rolled under their feet. "Too slippery," Cora hissed, slowing down. Zane carefully balanced his hooves, and Milo jumped from rock to rock like a gymnast. Tara, though slow, didn't struggle. Her shell protected her from slips, and she climbed one rock at a time. By the time the others crossed, she was halfway up the hill, steady and smiling. The river crossing. Next came the Crystal River, wide and deep. Cora leapt in but struggled against the strong current. Ralph tried to hop over stones but slipped into the water with a splash. Milo swung from a vine but misjudged the distance and landed on a lily pad that sank immediately. Zane waded through, his stripes glistening in the water, while Ellie helped push others to safety. Then came Tara. Slowly she floated on her shell like a tiny boat. The crowd gasped as she calmly reached the other side, dry and unharmed. The jungle trail. The racers entered the dark jungle trail. The air grew thick and humid. Cora regained her speed and dashed ahead, her paws barely touching the ground. Ralph followed, but branches whipped his face. Milo laughed as he swung through the trees, teasing Zane below. But the jungle was full of surprises: roots, vines, and buzzing insects. Cora tripped on a root and tumbled into a bush. Ralph landed in a muddy puddle. Ellie's large size slowed her down among the narrow paths. Only Tara kept her pace, slow, steady, but sure. The Hill of Winds. At the edge of the forest stood a massive hill. The wind howled fiercely. Cora looked back. No one was close. She smirked. "The crown is mine." She ran faster, but the wind was strong. It pushed against her, making her stumble. Ralph hopped, Milo swung, Ellie climbed, Zane trotted, but one by one they grew tired. Tara, though small, lowered her head and pushed forward inch by inch. Her shell shielded her from the wind. By the time she reached the top, even Cora had stopped to catch her breath. The storm-dark clouds gathered suddenly. Thunder roared. Rain poured down. The racers were soaked. The ground turned slippery, and visibility dropped. "Let's take shelter," cried Ralph. "Never!" shouted Cora, determined to keep her lead. But lightning struck a tree nearby, scaring her into retreat. Milo swung to safety, and Ellie shielded some smaller animals under her big ears. Tara didn't stop. Her shell protected her, and her calm nature guided her through the storm. The mud pit. As the rain eased, the racers reached a vast muddy pit. Cora jumped, but got stuck. Ralph tried hopping. Stuck. Zane's hooves sank deep. and Milo slipped while laughing. Ellie used her strength to pull a few free, but even she struggled. Then came Tara. She stepped into the mud, slow and firm. Her shell helped her float slightly, and her low weight kept her from sinking. Step by step, she crossed, while the others watched in disbelief. The final stretch. The finish line shimmered in the distance, a banner of golden leaves. Cora finally freed herself and dashed with all her might. Ralph gave everything he had. Milo swung across a branch for a shortcut, but it broke. Ellie trumpeted encouragement. "Go, everyone! Don't give up!" And through the middle of the chaos, Tara walked. Slow, steady, determined. The crowd began to chant, "Go, Tara! Go, Tara!" The victory. As the sun began to set, a small shadow crossed the finish line. It was Tara the turtle. The forest erupted in cheers. Cora arrived moments later, panting, followed by Ralph and the others. Leo the lion stepped forward, a proud smile on his face. He placed the gemmed crown on Tara's head and said, "You have shown us that courage and patience are greater than speed. You are the true winner of the great race." The celebration that night, the animals celebrated under the stars. Music filled the air. Drums, howls, chirps, and laughter. Tara was lifted onto Ellie's back as everyone cheered her name. Even Cora congratulated her, saying, "You earned it, my friend." Tara smiled humbly and said, "We all did our best. That's what makes this race special." The forest glowed with joy that night. The lesson from that day on, the great race became a yearly tradition. But it was no longer just about speed. It was about heart, teamwork, and perseverance. And whenever a young animal felt discouraged, the elders would say, "Remember Tara the turtle." The slowest started last, but finished first. The legacy years passed. Tara grew old but remained wise and beloved. The crown of gems was placed in the Forest Hall of Honor, and a carving stood beneath it that read, "Slow and steady wins not just the race, but respect forever." The next generation, one sunny morning, a group of young animals gathered for a new great race. Among them was a tiny turtle wearing a shiny pebble on her shell, Tara's granddaughter. She looked at the starting line and whispered, "I'll make you proud, Grandma." And as Leo's son roared to begin the race, the forest once again filled with excitement, a reminder that true victory lives in the heart.